at the national level or the regional level or international level. One of the things that we are proud of is the fact that over the years we have advocated consistently for the kinds of legislative and policy frameworks that Professor Aino shared with us today. And we are very happy that with these frameworks in place, we now have a tool with which we can hold our government accountable at various levels. And we also have a tool that can enable our policymakers plan effectively and allocate resources effectively. Unfortunately, because there is such a huge gap between what we have achieved in terms of having these policies in place and the increasing discomfort with the conditions of women in our communities who are getting poorer, who are getting sicker, and who are getting more and more marginalized. We think it's extremely important for us to create a platform or create a forum whereby when we leave this place, we have a clearer understanding of what it means to have these frameworks or these processes work for us, particularly as women of Ekiti State. So essentially what I'm saying is by the time we leave this forum, this summit tomorrow afternoon, we should all have come up with a clear understanding of what gender equality and women's rights means for us as women of Ekiti State. Secondly, I think we would also have come up with an appreciation of what it is the government is trying to do in this regard. I know many of you might be wondering, instead of having a 2-day summit, blowing big grammar, why can't you go around distributing checks to women for microcredit or giving them food processing machines or giving them all the things that people associate with empowerment? And my response to that, and that would of course be the response to many in the audience who understand what gender equality and women's empowerment means in terms of its sustainable processes, all those things are just going to be dealing with symptoms. We will give out those processing machines, we will continue to give out sewing machines, and we will continue to fund microcredit programs. But if we do not address women's needs in a holistic sense, if we don't address the needs that our women have throughout their life cycle, what we are going to be doing is dealing with symptoms year in, year out, and our women will continue to be poor, they will continue to be excluded, and they will continue to be marginalized. So I hope that by the time we end this forum tomorrow, we would all go away with an understanding that the government is aware, this administration at least, is fully aware of its responsibilities towards the women of this state. And one of the things that we are also doing is try and figure out how we can all play our different roles in this regard. For those of us who are policymakers, what is our role in this regard? How can we ensure that our policies have a meaningful impact in the lives of our women? For those of us who are shapers of knowledge, what kind of knowledge are we creating? What kind of new knowledge are we putting out there about gender and power relations and patriarchy, as has been explained to us earlier? For those of us who are political leaders, how are we holding our political leaders accountable for the promises that they are making to people in our communities? We all have different roles to play. We all have different expectations of what we are able to do. And we hope that at the end of the day, all the women in this state will be able to share in the vision that we all want to live our lives free from poverty, free of fear, free of disease, lives of dignity and respect. We come and tell us that we deserve otherwise. Thank you very much and God bless.
A mọ̀ wípé kì í ṣe àwọn obìnrin ló ní ẹrù ìdílé nìkan, àtàwọn ọkùnrin wa a jọ gbọ́dọ̀ pé dọ́gbandọ́gba ni láti rí pé àwùjọ wa ń tẹ̀síwájú. Màmá wa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o, ẹ ṣé o. Wọ́n nígbà bá máa dé nínú ọ̀la ó yẹ ká ti mọ tá a jẹ́, àwọn ọkùnrin wa ti tún lọ ẹ tó kẹ́ gbọ́ o. Wọ́n yà wọ́n síra nítorí pé àwọn èèyàn mi pa torí pé wọn ò ní ìmọ̀ yìí la wá.